What's going on, everybody? Jason back with another Dokkan Battle video for you guys. Today we are going to be talking about Global because in less than an hour and a half from now, we are getting the very next Dokkan Festival unit coming to Global, which is TEQ BARDOCK. We get to finally talk about him, so we're going to be talking about the news, bringing the brand new campaign coming right now, tonight. Overflowing Power Super Dokkan campaign, where we will be seeing a brand new burst mode event. We will be seeing a new Dokkan event, as well as a hidden potential activation campaign going on. So we have the special missions where you can get up to 12 Dragon Stones, along with the login bonus where you can get Dragon Stones every day, up until the day before March 18th, which is Saiyan Day, of course. We have the Ginyu Force and Team Bardock hidden potential activation campaign, where you can finally, I believe with this, we'll be able to finally 100% both the TEQ Ginyu Force, as well as the, well, actually, I'm pretty sure the TEQ Ginyu Force has always been able, the LR TEQ Ginyu Force has been able to get 100% for a while now, but the Int Team Bardock one can finally get the last hidden potential system they needed in there done, I believe. It's been some time now, but finally that can be done, and then through this, of course, and of course, as well, you get rewards from this, Kais, stones, all that good stuff for getting all these characters done. And then by the end of it, you'll get a lot of stones and a lot of Kais for doing all of this. So make sure you guys get it done. We have a bunch of other stuff going on as well. We have the Dokkan Festival for Bardock going live tonight at 1:30 a.m. Eastern. We have the Overflowing Power Pack, which is the ticket pack to get tickets for this banner, where you could get this unit for no tickets, no Dragon Stones at all being expended. We have the Burst Mode Summon going on, where there will be units effective for the Burst Mode. It is live in the SCR BOJACK event once the Burst Mode is available in less than an hour and a half. And then we have the Dragon Stone sale going on as well, Elder Kai summons, and the brand new Bardock Dokkan event. Then we have a new mission in each of the three difficult Fighting Legend events: Goku, GT Goku, along with Vegeta. I believe it is the Storied Figures category mission that is available in all three of these events, so that is a thing as well. We have a renewal of the Awakened Power Trial Towards New Horizons event, where they're basically adding a brand new stage for Team Bardock units, where you can get skill orbs for Bardock, Tora, Fasha, Shugesh, and Borgos, of course. Then we have the new burst mode, like I said earlier, where you can amplify the difficulty of the SCR BOJACK Dokkan event for burst coins to get more OST BGMs, BGM tracks from the game, of course. We have the brand new Ultimate Clash for March going live tonight as well, around the same time the banner goes live, which will be, of course, going all the way to April 2nd, which is when we'll be seeing the April's Ultimate Clash as well. Then we have a bunch of new story events reopening. We have a returning event from the Worldwide Celebration in 2021. If you did this event already and got all the missions done, you will not see anything new. You won't get any new rewards, unfortunately. But if you started playing Dokkan after then, you can do that and then get these rewards. Basically, it's an event where you're gonna want to use a lot of AOE units, pretty much, and you instead do a lot of additional supers and crit as well, because it gets harder and harder to kill all enemies as each phase goes by. Then we have a bunch of Extreme Z areas and Extreme Z battles returning. Prime Battle open daily for the Frieza. We have a couple of Super Strike events where you can EZA units returning. The BOJACK event will be open daily. And then we have the Story Figures category summon, because the Int Super Saiyan 3 Bardock is finally getting his EZA. This time next week. Right at the same time Bardock will be releasing tonight. A week from now will be when the Int Bardock, Super Saiyan 3 Bardock gets his EZA. And then we have the sub EZAs as well coming for the Super Saiyan Bardocks, as well as a Super Saiyan 2 Bardock from the Masked Saiyan Dokkan event. So make sure you get the medals needed for those units done, and then the medals as well for the Masked Saiyan event. You could pre-farm them now for those three units in order to get them all EZA'd as soon as it goes live. Then, big news here for Global: the collection of epic battles will be seeing stages 3 and 4 added. These are the two stages related to the Android/Cell Saga, and they will be going live on Monday, March 13th at 2:30 a.m. Eastern. It'll be a little over a week from now. So in the next 12 days, we'll be seeing that go live, and you can get the support memories to support Cell Saga Extreme allies, as well as Cell Saga Superclass allies. And then lastly here for the campaign, we have an explosive chain battle first form Frieza. That will be going live on March 14th. And that should be everything for this campaign. I don't expect a part 2 because in a couple of days after the campaign ends, will be literally the day after the campaign officially ends, for the most part, is when the Saiyan Day celebration will begin on March 18th. Now, without further delay, we're getting closer and closer to the banner release time, so let's talk about all the banner units. Starting off with this Int Tora, he leads the story figures category. You can see the rest of Team Bardock here, but it is just a Tora unit, named Tora. We have story figures leader, Ki +3, all stats plus 130%. He starts off with Ki +2 and attack and defense 150, and then pretty much with this unit, he gives and gets a bunch of buffs with a number of things. An extra 50% attack and defense when he does supers, an extra up to 100% attack and defense as long as he has 5 other storage figure allies on the team. Then, with each Team Bardock ally he has on the same turn as this unit, he's going to get an extra 10% crit and dodge chance, evading chance. So he'll basically get 20% crit and dodge chance when you have 2 other Team Bardock allies on the turn with him. He gives support to all story figure allies, Ki +3, attack and defense plus 30%, and he gives all allies once again an extra attack and defense 30% when there is a Bardock ally in the same turn as this unit. And given this unit's link set, you want to use him, his link set and his category set, you're going to want to use him with the Bardock centric team pretty much. On his super attack, he raises his attack for 30% for 1 turn, supreme damage, and then more support to allies, superclass allies, and attack by 30% for 1 turn. So very nice. A lot of giving and getting with this unit, especially a lot more getting when you talk about what the support that he's giving. Then his link set is all right here. Cold Judgment, very nice link. Team Bardock, Saiyan Pride, some pretty interesting links. Solid links in my opinion. And then his best partners, his number 1 best partner is the brand new Bardock. No surprise. That's how a lot of these banner units have been structured in the last several months on Dokkan. And then everyone else from that point on is really mostly Team Bardock units, or just straight up Saiyans, I guess, really. But not units that would fit on storage figures if they're not Team Bardock allies. His best linking, his best super attack raise is with the TEQ free-to-play Tora from his event, of course, which is available on Tuesdays. It is no longer Tuesday for me, so there's that. And that is pretty much everything you know about this unit. Decent banner unit. Haven't seen too much about him. Don't know if people really use him. I haven't really seen people really have to use this unit, but I'm sure on a specific stored figures team where you need to use them to clear a mission, he's good because he gives out support, and you're going to be mostly running a lot of Bardock units, especially with the ones that are getting EZAs in the next couple of weeks through this celebration. Now, next up we have the TEQ Bardock. I'm going to be speeding along here. Pretty much everything to know about this Bardock is 3 things. Number 1, solid leader skill. Goku's family or story figures. Not really the story figures part of the leader skill, but the Goku's family one is great. Ki +3 in attack and defense and HP 170 for all Goku family allies. Then they get an extra 30% for Goku allies, Goku family characters that are in the Pure Saiyans category. So every single Goku in the game, Gohan, Goten will not be getting the extra 30%, but they are included in the category on the team through the leader skill. So that's very nice to see. TEQ Ultimate Gohan will be there. Physical Beast Gohan, whether you like it. Physical Beastless Gohan. LR Ultimate Gohan will be there, whether you like it or not. And then you can have a number of other storage figure units, which are a number of other Bardock units. LR Bardock, probably not just because they have the same name as this unit and they won't link together. You have the Transforming Bardock AGL Bardock that hopefully I see getting his EZA later this year at some point. And then some other Bardocks, like the physical Super Saiyan Bardock, which is going to be a unit you guys should pay attention to when he gets his ECA. And I'm probably going to make a video on that because very good, interesting set of units. So it'll be a mini video, but pretty much I'm going to note that. So that was thing number one about this Bardock. It's just very key. The top 3 things: his leader skill, strong because it's Goku family characters. Number 2 is what he does in his passive. He's a scouter unit. On his entrance animation, which is probably the most beautiful entrance animation if you ask a lot of people in the community, he activates it, of course, and then he's a Rainbow Key Spirit changer to Rainbow Key Spirit. Yes, Rainbow Key Spirit changer, pretty much, yes. Then he gives himself attack plus 70%, but he is a scouter character. He foresees the enemy's attack, the enemy's super attack, for 5 turns from the start of turn, when there is a Goku ally, or if there is a Frieza enemy at the start of the character's attacking turn. And of course, as we all know, Scouter effect allows you to see even when he's not on the rotation for the next 5 turns, for those first 5 turns when he activates his entrance animation, it'll let you see the enemy's super attack, whether he's on rotation or not. Whether you have to float him, make him slot 3, make him a slot 3 unit, or if he's consistently slot 1 or 2. Very, very good to see that, especially in events like Ultimate Red Zone. Of course, collection of epic battles when you get to the very difficult final phases. A lot of these events that have been releasing for specific celebrations, like the 8th anniversary Shadow Dragons event, the 8th anniversary event going on right now on JP, where we have 8 stages where you're facing the past 8 years of anniversary units, or also like the Pride of the Wicked Bloodline, Spirit of the Fighting Spirit of the Saiyans event as well. Units of events like that where you could really, they're not too long. It doesn't take 10 turns or 15 turns to beat them, but 5 turns is enough to do very well in the final phase and get the win. Then he gives himself Key plus 2 attack and defense 150%. Then it takes him 3 supers to build up to a total of another attack and defense plus 120%. He gets 40% with each super he performs, so basically 3 in order to max this part of the passive out. Then you can combine this part of the passive here because it will take 3 Rainbow Key Spirits for him to perform a crit, get an additional attack and defense 50%, and perform attacks effective against all types. One Rainbow Key Spirit gets you the first part, 2 Rainbow Key Spirits gets you the second part, and then 3 Rainbow Key Spirits will basically get you all 3, pretty much. And then next up is his active skill, which is the Final Spirit Cannon. It can be activated when there are 3 or more Team Bardock allies on the team at turn 3, or it comes in turn 5 as long as you have HP 50% or less. And in that, he does ultimate damage, and in the same turn, he activates it. The attacks, every attack he does becomes crits, which probably will already happen if he's getting 3 Rainbow Key Spheres or more. Then on his 12 Key Super, he raises his attack and defense by 50% for a turn and does immense damage. From there, very interesting link set for Bardock. Very good Saiyan links to see. Connected Hope, All Out Struggle, Entrusted Will, Story Figures, Low Class Warrior, Bond of Parent Child, and Team Bardock are his most notable categories for me. Of course, Pure Saiyans as well, and Space Traveling Warriors, but these are some of the more lacking categories that do need some solid units to help boost them some more. And his best linking partners are all here. A bunch of other Bardocks, whether they be base form or Super Saiyan, the LR Team Bardock, the brand new Intora coming, and then from there, some units that aren't even on his category, like TEQ Trunks, TEQ Gogeta. We have SCR Namek Goku that fits on the team, of course. We have the physical Super Saiyan 2 Goku, the physical Heart Virus Goku as well, and then TEQ Cauliflower Kale, which is, for Pure Saiyan seems okay, but nothing special there. All in all, from my general sense of the opinion around this unit, Bardock is very solid because of his Scouter effect for those first 5 turns. It's even more effective when you're thinking about, just when you're entering Ultimate Red Zone and phases where you can beat the boss and beat the entire stage within 5 turns. Very nice to know where the super attacks are coming from to protect certain units. from getting supered, like this Bardock, for example. He's not invincible, but you probably don't want him to get supered. From a build standpoint in the hidden potential system, you're probably going to want to go full additional rather than crit, because he can perform crits as long as he gets 3 or more rainbow key spheres. So maybe if he's not the only rainbow key sphere changer, that would be helpful, especially when you talk about the possibility where he can be with the 8th anniversary LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta that do orb change when they get their standby skill activated, and they are guarding up until they max out the charge gauge. That's something very, very interesting to note there. So this is a very solid unit. It's not like he's uber powerful or a great unit defensively, as it's not like he's a super powerful unit defensively or offensively, but a solid unit to have that when you build him the right way in the hidden potential system, he could be even more effective because he's raising his attack and defense by 50% on his supers. So all that's to consider. If he did guarantee additionals at least at like 50% chance of being supers in some way, he would be so much better, but he's pretty solid in my opinion. So from there, that is everything to know about this unit, and now all we need to know is about the banner. So in an hour and 10 minutes, this is what the banner may possibly look like. As the new Bardock, of course, in Tora, and 5 other SSRs that may or may not be on this banner. It Majin Vegeta, 2022's Saiyan Day unit. STR Super Vegeta will probably be there still. I wouldn't be surprised, why not? Then you have Int Broly, 2021's Saiyan Day unit. 2020's AGL Bardock, which was the Saiyan Day unit of 2020. And then we have the TEQ Transforming Frieza, which probably will be here. I'm not surprised when you think about what you need to activate the entrance animation. In my opinion, I feel like these 2 units will not be here, the Int Majin Vegeta and the Int Broly, because they are needed on the Saiyan Day banner for both versions, the Global and JP. Saiyan Day, of course, is celebrated on both versions, and it's interesting to see what will happen. Usually, most of the time, most years, the last several years of Saiyan Day, the banners are not different at all on both versions for Saiyan Day, so maybe they may bring back Broly and Majin Vegeta 2 banners in a row for Global, and then this will be the first banner for Majin Vegeta and Broly. Either way, on JP, they'll be on the banner for JP when they probably haven't been there since October. So that's interesting to know. And then, of course, lastly, Saiyan Day's banner will have the Int, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and Super Saiyan Trunks from the Christmas celebration on Global. But of course, as we know, last year's Tanabata unit in July for JP, one of the better LRs in the game currently, one of the better leader skills in the game, because he's on the parent and child category leader. Very solid unit that is coming in a couple weeks, and in my opinion, that is one reason as to why you may not want to summon on this banner. Int Majin Vegeta is solid. He's decent. Honestly, you don't see him being used on a lot of the difficult content that has come out in the last several months. When you talk about, of course, Red Zone stages, Red Zone events. When you talk about the anniversary events that have come out during this anniversary going on Global, on JP, and then from there, yeah, he's been very lost in time. It's almost been a year since his release, and he has aged, not terribly, but just aged due to the difficulty of events that have come out in time, really. SCR Super Vegeta is still a unit you really just want to use in Super Battle stages. Not really a unit you want to use in Red Zone at all, of course, defensively, because he will not be shining well. Int Broly has his uses. He's actually useful in the he's actually very useful somewhat in the AGL Broly Red Zone stage. He's usable in that final stage. I've seen it. It's very interesting. He's not perfect, but he's usable in it. And then we have the AGL Bardock Transforming Bardock. Like I said, I hope he EZAs this year. It should happen, more than likely. I know that for sure this year. The physical Saiyan Day Vegeta should be releasing. The Saiyan Day unit that came out before this guy was the physical Transforming Vegeta. He's definitely getting EZA this year. Maybe in a couple weeks with this year's Saiyan Day coming up. We'll see. And then lastly, the TEQ Transforming Frieza. he's just there just to be there. I don't know. Not a unit people really care too much about anymore. But all in all, this banner is not bad, but it's also not shocking where you really want to summon on this for the other units that are featured around BARDOCK. Really, you can pull this tour at any time, at any point after this banner is any future banners, and later this year. And then BARDOCK will be back probably later sometime in October, maybe November. We'll see. Can't be for sure to know when he's returning, but probably around that time. I wouldn't be surprised. And then from there, that is everything to know about this banner. It's not incredible. You don't really want to use your red coins on the Majin Vegeta, especially with the End Vegeta and Trunks coming out. If you have yet to pull that unit, that is when you can use your red coins to get them when they return in a couple weeks from now, in 17 days from now. And from there, that is all you guys need to know about the banner. So, thank you guys for watching the video. I'm excited to see how bad BARDOCK is on Global. I'm not going to pull for him, but he's a very solid unit, and whenever I do finally get him, I'm going to enjoy him because I think his leader skill is very good, and it's very valuable to have a unit that has a Skyr effect. A lot of people said that he was a unit that would just age well with time, and he truly has. It's not like he's been incredible since his release, but he's really good. People have seen the value of this unit as time has gone on since October, since last Halloween. So with that, thank you guys for watching the video. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Comment if you're summoning for BARDOCK or not. If you're saving for Saiyan Day or for Golden Week in a month from now. Anything later down the line, of course, as the anniversary is still coming in 5 months from now. Subscribe if you're new. And with all that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.